You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
He seems most eager for violence.
What do we know about this synth, Gabriel?
Designation B592 is holed up in the shack on top of the upended cargo ship. He's probably got his best fighters with him, so we should plan on heavy resistance. So, are you ready to go in?
Let's just get this over with.
Right behind you, sir.
What?
Light him up!
Way, huh? I think we're being shadowed. Right here, right here. You call this a fight? I was hoping for a challenge. Guess I'll keep hoping. Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
What is it?
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
Good. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary violence.
Surely there are alternatives. There is already so much needless bloodshed in the world.
Well, he might not be alone up there. Violence might be inevitable. That's all, sir. Ready when you are.
Alert! Hostiles in area.
Looking for the shooter.
What the hell?
Alert!
Sweet.
Lethal force in progress. Non-combatant safety
whole lot less of that. Please, tell me we are done with the...
Well
Judging
done.
by your gear, I'm
Very
gonna guess you two are agents of
Just
the
like
Institute.
me.
So, made it to the
Tell
top.
me.
Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
B592, initialize factory reset, authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
Boss, you okay?
Keep doing it. Oh, there is to be fighting. Hostile barricade, close proximity.
Status report. Green. All systems within acceptable operating parameters.
Visual contact broken. I am still intact.
Nice work, sir. I'll take the synth back. This is X688, ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592.
The Super Salon can give you the hairstyle of your dreams.
You again. All right, got plenty of supplies.
Just browsing for now.
Of course.
Don't walk outside
Myrna.
the wall
Remember,
undefended.
I don't serve
High
cents.
quality
Supplies are
protection
just...
for sale.
I'll take a look, sure.
Every...
Everything I got will keep you safe.
Let's see what you have.
Something for everyone.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Child synth. It's just remarkable.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
The Institute created that synth, so the Institute is responsible for what it does.
I disagree. A synth is no more inherently evil than a handgun. When a man dies by gunshot, is the weapon's maker blamed? Of course not. The blame rightly falls on he who pulled the trigger. Yes, we created the synth. But whether they intended to or not, the Railroad's agents turned it into a killer. But enough about that. The task is done. And you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic... Go and have a look.
We are honored to welcome you here.
Sir, we've had another situation. A code red.
What? This is the third time in 2 weeks. This is unacceptable. How could this happen?
We think there was a system glitch. We're looking into it.
Damn it, you're all useless. I'll figure out what happened. But in the meantime, tell the others to be on high alert. I want more patrols and more rounds.
Right away, sir.
If you see anything even remotely suspicious, report it immediately. This absolutely cannot happen again. Got it?
Yes, sir. Understood.
A clean and healthy work environment is essential to maximum productivity.
Your new quarters are here, sir. Your quarters are just inside, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
Hi.
I'm listening. Yes, sir.
People on the surface have got it pretty bad. Makes me thankful for being down here.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
Sean.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
That's a loaded question. What's been stolen from you?
Institute property is not often taken from us. We cannot react lightly when it happens. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. They no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
What happened? What have they done?
They are in possession of technology that does not belong to them. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill Monument. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a...
Carrington wants to talk with you.
Desdemona.
I just heard the most fascinating rumor. The story goes that you actually found the Institute. Been there and back again. Sounds crazy, right?
Where'd you hear that?
Deacon brought it to my attention. And, as usual, he won't give up his source.
That sounds crazy, all right.
That's not a denial.
Mm-hmm.
You must feel justifiably proud of what your Minutemen have achieved in such a short time. Eventually, the Minutemen will devise their own plan to deal with the Institute. But I doubt your soldiers will place any priority on rescuing the synths inside. I'm counting on you being as
Uh-huh. I'll stick with my people in the Minutemen.
Of course I'm disappointed. But hopefully in time you'll come around. The fate of the synths depends on it.
You from one of those vaults?
Desdemona.
You got too many teeth to be a
Please,
scaver.
work with us instead of the Minutemen. The lives of many synths are at stake.
I'll stick with my people.
Of course I'm disappointed. But hopefully in time you'll come around. The fate of the synths...
Got a lot of synths in play right
Desdemona.
now. Makes things really
Please.
dangerous.
You actually made it inside the Institute.
Hey, Glory.
We're actually going to do this. I don't know how yet, but we're going to rescue my people.
I've been waiting for you.
So, what's our situation?
I assume you've been briefed? Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? The mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting. Request...
foreigner be doing that instead?
Don't have the key.
Quite sturdy. Let's see.
Who's there? Yeah? Yeah?
I may have detected unusual behavior.
I can't believe you'd do that for us. Thank you.
Hey there.
I can't believe you'd do that for us.
Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you for sparing us.
Let's do this.
Bunker Hill is ours.
I lost him.
Damn it! Why can't this just be over yet?
That was some luck.
These appear worthless. Surely we can leave them behind.
is someone present.
What? Who's there?
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Combat initiated. Employing melee tactics.
This is Red. Engaging. No target.
Dangerous? Combat is quite vigorous exercise.
All systems nominal.
Greetings, sir.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
So why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did. And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
You could have let me out decades ago.
Until I became director, I had no idea you were there. And after, there was initially no logical reason to do so. Certainly, it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of... With the Commonwealth, perhaps most curious.
That's all this is to you? All I am to you? Just another experiment?
No, that's not all. But still, I'm glad it turned out the way it did. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future. I'd like you to join me inside. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough.